Go on, Rog.
Well,
Tell them how poor we were.
Yeah, we were very poor. I didn't have much money, no money. And of course we were sort of just starting, really. They would give us the off time when, say, David Bowie or Elton John had finished a session. We would go in and we'd record in the nights. And then we'd go home when the cleaners came in.
I was told a million times of all the troubles in my way. Might you grow a little wiser, a little better every day?
The legendary rock band Queen was formed in 1970 by Brian May, Roger Taylor, and Freddie Mercury, with John Deacon joining in 1971. Today known for their theatrical stage presence and unique genre-blending sound, Queen has become one of the most influential and best-selling rock bands of all time. Freddie Mercury died in 1991. John Deacon retired from the band and the music industry in 1997. Since then, Queen consists of Brian May and Roger Taylor.
I think we were kind of a people's band. And then Brian had the idea of writing a very inclusive song or piece, which was We Will Rock You, which was incorporated, you know, and audience participation. And that became very much a part of our appeal, I think.
Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face, you big disgrace, kicking your can all over the place, singing, we will rock you.
Freddie, at the same time, is writing We're the Champions, and he's got quite similar thoughts in his head. He wants people to feel that they are the champions, and they will sing along. So Rocky and Champions were the vehicle through which we transformed ourselves into a much more interactive group.
Yeah.
We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions.
Oh, Freddie. Yeah, he's a very complex Freddie. You have a basically very shy person who's developed this way of becoming this incredibly powerful character on stage, and he understands how people connect. He had one of the greatest singers of the world in Freddie, of course. I don't think we quite knew it at the time, but there he was. And we all had this vision of nice vocal harmonies, you know, the richness of the melody being augmented by these layers of harmonies. And well, we were fortunate because the three of us, when we sang in unison, made a very distinctive, tuneful kind of basic sound. So if you layer that a lot of times, as we did, you get something which sounds like a choir very easily.
I remember the first piece that Freddie played in the studio. We were in Wales in this studio in the middle of nowhere, and he just played the verse, Rama just killed a man. All that. I remember I thought, wow, that's really powerful, that's very good. Not knowing how much we were going to develop the song, and then Freddie kept sticking new bits in the middle of the operatic section.
In 1975, Queen released the album A Night at the Opera, which featured Bohemian Rhapsody. It became a groundbreaking song that defied conventional songwriting by blending ballad, opera, hard rock, and progressive rock into one single track.
It is, I think, a monumental piece of writing from Freddie, without a doubt. And then we were at our peak, so at a peak of performing. We were able to inject so much. And we're good at playing in the studio together by that time.
Yeah.
You know, it all locks in very nice and very convincingly. You know. It's got humour.
Galileo, Galileo, Galileo Figaro. Magnifico! I'm just a
Anyway, we were very pleased when people liked it
Yeah.
after all that.
Doesn't get old, Bohemian Rhapsody, does it? It just does not get old. It always takes you by
Just
surprise.
gets longer.
Well, I was thinking about this the other day. I think we developed very quickly at a certain point, and a lot of people do. When you're a kid, you have all these dreams, and you get to a certain point where you realise you have the power to do it, and then there's an explosion because you're committed. So I think my guitar sound and my technique and style happened very quickly. I don't think we've changed that much in a sense. We've learned, you know, but when I first listened to Roger and played with him, I'd never heard anything like that. It was a unique style and something which I could plug into very easily and very naturally, and that stayed with us all through the years, really. So it's a quick thing. Once you get your vision of what you want to be and how you want to sound, you can do it.
And also, yes, exactly. We have very many of the same influences, the Beatles, Jimi Hendrix, all those wonderful people who are around, Led Zeppelin, you know, The Who. They're all part of our influences, and so you draw from that. But as Brian says, when Brian first picked up his electric guitar, I'd never heard anybody with that technique, that beautiful touch. And
thanks, Roger.
Yeah, that's okay. But we blended very well together.
In the 1980s, Queen were selling out stadiums worldwide. Their Live Aid performance at Wembley Stadium, watched by 1.5 billion people, is considered one of the greatest live shows in rock history.
What's this going to be like? You know, this is not a Queen audience. Are they going to know what we do?
And daylight, you know, it was in daylight.
Yeah.
Hate daylight.
With a whole mixture of gear, no costumes, no lights. You know, it was very different. But as soon as Gaga happened and they're all doing this, it was obvious that everybody did know who we were, and it worked out well.
The 2025 Polar Music Prize is awarded to the British rock group Queen. With their foundation in hard rock, Queen have developed a distinctive and instantly recognizable sound that no one else can emulate. Furious energy and muscular playing are combined with intricate virtuoso harmony singing. From drummer Roger Taylor, guitarist Brian May, and of course, singer Freddie Mercury, one of the most charismatic front figures in the history of music, with a voice that spanned 4 octaves. What helped to make Queen a unique band in music history was 4 equally strong songwriters, including bassist John Deacon. The band wrote all their own #1 hits and constantly spurred each other on to take artistic risks. Half a century after they made their recordings, Queen's songs are still heard everywhere and appeal to new generations of listeners. Queen were not exaggerating when they sang, "We are the champions."
Good evening, this is Roger Taylor.
This is Brian May.
And we are highly and deeply honoured to be given the Polar Award this year. Incredible. Thank you so much.
It's a wonderful, magnificent occasion. Thank you so much.